Disney conspiracies so dark they are not for the faint of heart.
Love it.
Your discretion advised.
Aww.
Now in his youth, Syndrome is obsessed with superheroes. So clearly he would know who the best supersuit designer is. However, Edna is one of the smartest Pixar characters ever. She's probably able to tell that Syndrome has evil intentions from the beginning. But instead of refusing to make him a suit, she gives him a death sentence. A cape. And we all know what happened next.
No, literally, Edna specifically said that capes kill superheroes. That's why she stopped designing them on their costumes. That makes so much sense. She killed him when he got sucked into the plane by getting caught on the cape.
In Monsters, Inc., who do you think the weakest monster is? Plot twist, it's not George.
It is that guy. 2319. Their sock is our cooties as a child.
It's actually Mike Wazowski. Feeble limbs, a large eye, vulnerable
He is
to
kind
the
of
outside
pathetic.
world, as well as poor depth perception. Mike Wazowski would be the easiest monster to defeat in combat. Speaking of defeating, for over 20 years now, we have literally been watching this lamp destroy the letter I.
Literally, we have been watching this lamp commit murder like for decades, and no one has said anything. And then he just looks
That's
at
not
you.
the most disturbing part. The most
And he's
disturbing
like-
part is the look that he gives us at the
He's
end.
like, what are you gonna
You
do?
can see the look in his eyes, or bulb, in which he basically says to us, you didn't see anything. Mind your own business. That's right. Keep walking.
That is literally it.
I had a funny thought about the movie Lightyear.
Did you?
Well, specifically about the toys that came out for the movie. So Lightyear is supposed to be the movie that Andy saw in the 90s that made him want a Buzz Lightyear toy in the first place. Except they have toys that look exactly like Chris Evans' Buzz Lightyear and nothing like Tim Allen here. So my thought is, what if Buzz from Toy Story is just a cheap knockoff that Andy's mom bought off of eBay?
How old are you, sir? You don't look much younger than me, but you are so wrong. I remember as a kid having a Buzz Lightyear action figure, or my friend did, and I would always play with it, and it looked just like the original Buzz. You must just be like 15 years old and you haven't seen it. Cause I'm sure they discontinued the old one and now they're making new ones that look like the newer version, obviously. But the old one's better. What if he is related to him? They look so much alike. And it is all the same, like, universe. But I also think that's just what happens in animation. They reuse a lot of sketches and like movements so they don't have to keep redrawing stuff for their movies. They probably just took the same design. It might just be a coincidence, but they do plan these things out pretty thoroughly. So, it is a good theory. They might be brothers.
Oh my god, babe, so there's this crazy theory.
Oh my God.
Did you ever hear about Walt Disney freezing himself so that he could
Who hasn't?
be brought back to life in the future?
Freezing himself?
Yeah, so apparently he was
been
diagnosed with
living under
lung
a-
cancer and he decided to freeze himself.
He
And
had
this is
cancer?
50 plus years ago, so that he could be brought back to life when technology was advanced enough.
No way.
Yeah, and the even crazier part is that the movie Frozen was named Frozen so that if you try to search anything about Walt Disney being frozen, nothing comes up except for the movie.
I mean, if you look up Walt Disney froze his body, I'm pretty sure that's what's gonna come up and not a movie. I'll try it out later. I don't know. I'll let you know, guys. Have y'all been living under a rock? Are you just now realizing this?
Conspiracy theories that'll ruin your childhood, part 3.
I love
the
his
first
music.
one is about finding Nemo. Did you know that Nemo actually translates to nothing or nobody in Latin?
I hate
And
this
some
theory.
people think that that's just what he was. He was nothing. After the traumatic attack on his family, Marlin created a fictional son in his mind in order to cope with the loss. So finding Nemo was really just him going through the stages of grief.
Dude, I can't with this theory. It makes me so sad. So really, all of his kids were killed and his wife, and he just couldn't cope with that, and he had to make up a fictional son. And that's probably why everyone like treats him weird. They're just like, yeah, Nemo can come play with my kid. He'll be fine.
Did you guys know that Sully from Monsters Inc. was unalived by the humans? Sounds crazy, but let me explain.
What?
So in the first Monsters Inc. movie, Randall says this to Sully. He says, and I quote, "I heard humans skin monsters and make toilet covers out of their fur." Nonsense, right? Well, actually, in a Disney short called Partysaurus Rex, just take a look.
They literally used used him as a toilet seat cover. That is so messed up. Dude, if I get murdered, do not use my hair as a fluffy toilet seat cover. I swear, that is just rude. If you're gonna murder me, be more creative. Disney conspiracy theories. Ariel and Hercules are actually cousins. This makes a lot of sense if you believe in Greek mythology. Ariel's dad is King Triton, the son of Poseidon in Greek mythology. And Hercules' dad is Zeus. Zeus and Poseidon are brothers, so Poseidon is Ariel's grandfather, which makes Ariel and Hercules cousins. Oh, that's so weird. But I have never heard of the Little Mermaid in Greek mythology. Wait, no, I have heard of mermaids, but not Ariel. Like, that name was never significant until now. She's gonna talk about how all of the Disney Pixar villains messed up.
Incredibles 2, it looked like Evelyn Dever had everyone fooled, except for the people who realized her name was Evelyn Dever. But then Elastigirl was like, something doesn't seem right. So Evelyn then proceeded to put the brainwash glasses on her, which makes sense. But then why did she explain her evil plan to Elastigirl? She could have just left the glasses on her.
Seriously?
Glued them to her face. This was unnecessary. Ernesto de la Cruz had based his entire life on lies.
I still haven't seen that movie.
He secretly off-teched her and then made a movie about exactly how he did it. Miguel realizes this, and instead of just lying, which is what Ernesto has done his entire life and death, he goes all Pixar villain and throws him in a hole.
That's messed up.
Could have just continued to lie and then have kept Miguel in the underworld with him. Oh, I'll send you back. Don't worry. First, let me do this thing. Then just never sends him back. For Syndrome, the answer is simple. No capes.
Seriously. No, for real, all of these villains would have gotten away with it if they didn't feel the need to explain themselves and their entire plan to the protagonist. Like, you could have gotten away with it if you would just shut up. Stop telling everyone all the details. Dark Disney theories. Mother Gothel from Tangled is Snow White's evil queen. I believe that one because they're both super old. Carl from Up was really dead from the start and shows his trip to the afterlife. Makes a lot of sense because it's all made up. The cars had killed the human race. That's why there are no humans, because AI probably just got so advanced they took over everyone's fears, but we still keep buying the latest iPhones. I'm guilty of it too.
Breaking news, Cars 4 has just been announced for Disney+. This new movie will answer all the questions you have about the Cars franchise, such as, how are cars alive? How are they born? Why are there no humans?
I'd like to know.
Who built these giant cities that they live in? Why do cars go to the bathroom? How do cars go to the bathroom? How do cars die? How do cars, why are trains humans, but tractors cows, but boats human? And also there are crabs. And finally, this movie will answer the most important question of them all. Why does Disney keep making Cars movies?
Seriously, how do these keep coming out? I have only ever seen the original first Cars movie. I never saw any after that. Wait, I think I saw a tiny bit of the second one, like little pieces. But after that, I haven't seen squat. Why do they keep making them? I never hear about them. No one cares. Do you guys want to know how much the guy who came up with the title Cars got paid? Like $1 million. Of a bonus on top of his salary just for saying, a movie about cars, let's call it Cars. How creative. Lightyear theory. That was actually a cute movie. What if Lightyear and Wall-E were set in the same universe? That makes so much sense. I love Wall-E. That's one of my favorites. And the original mission Buzz and the other humans were on was a part of Operation Recolonize from Wall-E, while the rest of the people getting fat on the ship are doing nothing. The robots in Lightyear also look like robots from Wall-E. Oh my god. Dude, please go watch Wall-E if you haven't. It's an older one, but it's so good. Moana is actually not the real daughter of Chief Tui. What? She is actually Maui's long-lost daughter. That would make sense, like why they get along. Which is why they both look so alike. And why Moana has powers like Maui. Not just because she's chosen, but she was born a demigod from him. Dude, that is the best aquarium.
So here's a Disney theory that I think I came up with. So, in that movie Brave with the white girl with the curly hair, and she has the triplet brothers, right? And they're always getting into mischief and mayhem. So I think that those brothers grew up to be the twins from Rapunzel. And you know why I think that? Because, like, why do they need a third to help them commit crimes?
And both of those movies, Tangled and Brave, have kind of the same animation style.
I think that the third triplet died in
How?
the same accident that took his eyes.
No!
Yeah, that's why they can't work with just the two of them. And
But yo, for real, those twins glowed up. Look at them. They look good. They got thick.
they need Flynn Rider.
Girl, you are on to something. But anyways, that's it for some crazy Pixar Disney conspiracy theories. Comment below your own Pixar theories. I want to know. As always, subscribe, turn on notifications, follow me on social media. Links are down below, and I'll see you tomorrow.